everybody, and welcome to ISO Comics, a weekly comics report with Mike and Ming, broadcasting live from the home of the comic book men.
Humana.
Jane Sound Bob, Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen.
And I am Michael Zapsik. How we doing, folks? I'd like to start off with this. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com.
Audible.com is a leading provider of spoken audio information and entertainment. Listen to audiobooks whenever and wherever you want.
Wherever.
Such as the Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater.
Yes.
Or Kevin Smith's Tough Shit.
Or his Tough Shit.
Or if you haven't seen the movie, I saw 50 Shades of Grey was on there.
Is it really? Read by who? I saw the one that's read by Gilbert Gottfried.
That was good?
That's great.
Not read by Gilbert
He
Gottfried.
tweaked my down into my panty region. Oh, it was great.
Up all night.
That'd be awesome.
Did you see there were passages read by Ron Jeremy and Sonny Lane? Did you see those?
No, I did not.
Well, they were online, Mike.
Well, Ron Jeremy, not so much, maybe.
Okay.
Ron Jeremy is a fine human being, I'm sure. Well, I mean, as fine as you can be.
Well, just the absurdity of hearing Ron Jeremy read anything is worth it in my book. Do
you think it's like whispered in his ear? Ron, say this.
No, he sounds like they call him the Hedgehog. He sounds like a hedgehog. Like I can't do a Ron Jeremy voice, but
Ron Jeremy voice.
Yeah.
Actually, I met Ron Jeremy once.
Did you know?
A nice enough guy.
Okay.
Very nice guy. Well, a friend of mine was pissed off at another friend of mine and got a picture of his girlfriend and had Ron Jeremy sign it.
Yes.
It was a picture of his girlfriend in lingerie, which just happened to fall into his hands.
Yes.
I have no idea how he got a hold of it.
Okay.
But boom, it ended up there, and he had Ron Jeremy sign it.
All right.
And Ron actually put between her breasts, "I ate here, Ron Jeremy."
Wow. Okay. So I don't know if Ron Jeremy's an author, but if he did write a book, it's probably on Audible.com.
It would probably be on Audible, like the Hedgehog Diaries.
Yes. Now, would you like to get any of these for free? The Ron Jeremy book?
Would I?
The Tough Shit by Kevin Smith.
Would
Tell
I?
'em Steve Dave Fairy Riri Theater.
The Re Theater.
Well, you can get a free audiobook and a 14-day trial today by signing up at audiblepodcast.com/sellcomics.
Not I Sell Comics.
No.
It's Sell Comics.
Sell Comics.
You know why you couldn't do the I Sell Comics? Because Gidim got the domain name.
Did he? I don't think he did, so I think somebody else
That's
did.
why.
But,
no,
Mike,
I have no
if
idea.
you want to listen to it, Audible has it with over 150,000 titles in virtually every genre. You'll find what you're looking for.
Everyone.
Yes.
If someone has read it and read it out loud, Audible's got it.
Yes. Now, I did look for Frederick Wortham's Seduction of the Innocent.
Not out there.
No.
Unless.
But there is a book out there called Seduction of the Innocent.
Yeah.
It appears to be some kind of cheesy romance
It's
novel.
a cheesy romance
novel.
But
if you want, you can get it for free.
True.
14-day free.
I mean, it's not by Frederick Wortham, but it's still on Audible.
Yes. So audiblepodcast.com/sellcomics. Free audiobook, 14-day trial.
14-day trial.
Get
what do you
today.
have to lose?
Get it today.
Like day 13, you're like, you know what? I just listened to a whole bunch of books. It was phenomenal, but I'm a cheap bastard, and I don't want my free...
Cancel it.
Cancel it. But guess what? You can't love it until you try it.
Yes.
Audible.com.
Yes. That's what Mike said about sea cucumbers. Used to hate them, never tried them.
I used to hate them, folks.
Tried them, loves them.
Yeah. No, I like sea pickles better, but sea cucumbers are still very nice.
Right. Trouser snakes, Mike didn't think he liked those.
Never did.
And now he loves them.
I was like, oh my God, no way. But actually,
them.
Is there actually the Diary of a Trouser Snake?
There probably
is on Audible.com. Read
by
Ron Jeremy.
By Ron Jeremy. So, audiblepodcast.com/sellcomics.
I don't guarantee that, folks.
No, we don't. Well, hello, everybody. We are live right now.
We are.
You can tweet us up. I'm at MingChen37.
He be at Ming Chen, and I be at Michael Zapsik. MichaelZapcic.
One more quick little plug. If you're looking for that perfect shirt or gift or present for that ISO Comics fan out there, go to isellcomics.merchtable.com.
Of course.
Multiple ISO Comics t-shirts, as worn by Mike Zapsik in this season's comic book.
I did. Oh, do we have the Reds up there?
Don't have the Reds yet. They're on the way.
Are they really?
They're on the way.
Is there demand for them? I don't think so.
Well, we'll soon find out.
We did have. I actually had a couple people call up and say, "Hey,
let's do it. Let's get them so
all right, we can
look like the handsome Mike Zapsik."
Yes, the debonair. Actually, it's really weird because, like I was saying when we pre-recorded our morning show this week, but I was saying that I'm growing it back, but I'm doing a little different this time. I shaved it off for my father's funeral.
You did. I posted a photo last week. You looked very weird. And it was all that, like, I left the wide angle on it from the GoPro, so it looked like I was all fish-eyed.
So, yeah, and I'm just growing a little bit back this week, and it's coming in gray.
Yes.
So I'm looking a little bit like Sam Elliott. Like,
do we have to get you the Keith Hernandez Just for Men hair color? I was like, oh, that's a home run.
Oh, there's no play for Mr. Gray.
Yes, that's right. There's no play for Mr. Gray.
Or I just might shave it off completely. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've got the Sam Elliott look going forward. Don't eat the big white mint.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking Sam Elliott from Jurassic Park, but he didn't have any facial hair. Or am I thinking of some other?
You're thinking of somebody else. Sam Elliott is the dude he does the Dodge Ram pickup truck.
Or you could do
as American as it gets.
You could do the Chris Elliott.
Or I could do the Chris Elliott.
Or you could do the Henry.
These pipes are clean.
Or the Henry Elliott.
I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I don't think so, penis breath.
Yes.
All right, there we go. I got it. It took me a second to get him, but I was there.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Hopefully you watched us. The Glorious Return of Comic Book Men.
Yes, we were awesome. And
2
people
episodes.
Don't call because we have no more Adam West signed Bat books.
No, we do not.
The Batman versus Green Hornet, which I know we put a stack in front of him.
Yes.
The man signed 8 of them.
He did.
He only signed 8.
Extremely rare collectible.
Very rare.
If you got one,
treasure it because and I'll tell you why it's so special.
Okay.
Adam West charges a boatload of money to sign whatever you bring. He doesn't always sign what you bring him.
No, it's up to his discretion.
He's like, screw it. I don't want to sign your penis enlarger.
And it's his right to.
And
as is
whatever.
His right.
Hey, you kidding? You put shit in front of us, we sign it. It's sign this. It's like all right, cool. All right, that's an affidavit. Thank you.
We've signed some weird stuff.
Yeah, we have.
The weirdest probably we signed a live baby.
Yes,
Someone brought their child up to us.
That was pretty cool.
Asked us to sign the
signed
kid.
a live baby.
Signed the kid.
That was one of the weirder things. There were a couple other things, but and another thing that he always makes it out to somebody. He will not sign it if he doesn't have a name.
Yeah, he personalizes everything.
He personalizes everything.
That way you can't.
These Batman versus Green Hornet 66. Not personalized.
Virgin signatures.
Yes, just signatures.
But why are we bragging about this? Because we don't have any left.
Because we have none left.
None left.
Sorry, boys.
Yes.
And girls.
Yes.
So
if you didn't see the first episode, we meet Adam West, went to a head-to-head race.
Drag race.
Batmobile versus the Green Hornet.
And you threw the race.
I didn't throw anything.
You threw the race.
Well, not to spoil anything. You should watch the episode. But
we're not. Well, if you didn't, then screw it. Ming, you knew Ming was going to throw the race anyway.
I didn't throw nothing. I didn't throw nothing. Now, there was something unique about the race. All right, listen. We were limited to going 10 miles an hour.
All right.
Insurance purposes, couldn't put a scratch on the thing. Couldn't burn any rubber off the tires. Basically.
I know.
These cars are very, very expensive.
Oh, they're extraordinarily
Batmobile,
expensive.
I believe, 140,000 plus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
almost as much as a freaking Ferrari.
True.
For God's sakes.
And the Black Beauty has got to be up there like 125, 130.
And they looked at me, Asian driver. They looked at Walt like, if you've never seen Walt drive, it's not pretty.
I don't know. He makes it here every day, so I assume he
does. Anytime we go outside, I remember we went to a Devils game. He was like, "Hey Jeff, why don't you drive? I feel more." And it was his car. You drive my car. He had Jeff drive us out there.
Jeff's an excellent driver.
He is.
Jeff's an excellent driver.
Jeff.
Excellent driver.
Works. Yeah, excellent. I'm an excellent driver.
Excellent driver.
Tell him, Ray. Walmart.
That's
sucks.
right. Jeff's. Yes.
Tell him, Mike.
Comic Crip sucks.
Now, I guess somebody watched this episode, saw us maybe not racing to our full potential.
No, right?
Apparently this upset him. He tweeted me and said, "This race was bullshit. I can't believe you guys raced like that. You just lost me as a fan."
Aw. Do we have a name?
I didn't.
I'm
bummer.
Not
going to give him the satisfaction.
Imagine if we raced the real race and like one of us lost control and Adam West flew out of the car and we killed him. Could you imagine what we would have been with the kind of backlash as the comic book
huge.
Killed Adam
Dude,
West?
well, do you think that, automatic cancellation right there. It's like.
Thinks it would be canceled?
Oh, done.
Or would that bring more publicity?
I think AMC would have. I don't think they could go on. You kill Batman.
An icon.
You kill an icon.
Yes.
Because we had a drag race, and you didn't take proper safety precautions.
Yes.
That he flew out of the car and hit his head and died.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over.
You were driving. That would have been your fault, by the way.
Sure.
You were driving.
Sure. That's why there's no way on earth that insurance would ever allow us to take Adam West.
The Adam West.
On a draw his life in danger.
Yes.
For a drag race.
An 83-year-old man. 83-year-old icon.
You can't understand that, and if you're watching, you can understand that.
Yeah, then you don't.
You got bigger problems than turning in next Sunday for next week.
Yeah, you know what? If you're mad about that, this show might not be for you. You may want to stop watching.
Yeah, you might not want to watch NASCAR either.
You can't understand that. Like it doesn't have a roof. The Batmobile.
Yeah, there are no roll bars on that thing.
Right? Can you imagine if he flew out of the car and he died?
I don't want to imagine a world where that.
Like look at that and not see. Possibly why we're not ripping doing 70 down the street in Red Bank.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously, because I was thinking.
How do you not answer that with more vim and vigor?
I didn't answer it at all.
Why not?
Why?
Exactly.
Why does that disturb a response? It's so idiotic.
Yeah.
It's so idiotic that it does not deserve a response.
I see what you answer.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you seem to never want to take someone to task and put them and put.
So you're saying I should
give a definitive answer to like shut them down and be like, oh.
Well, for some reason, he said he said that racist bullshit. You just lost me as a fan. I presume he unfollowed me right there, so he wouldn't have got my response anyways.
See if he still follows.
Now he's got to. All right, now Walt just assaulted your manhood. You got to get in there.
No, it's not.
No, it's true.
But I wouldn't have been able not to answer.
Really? Okay. I just assumed that he probably blocked or unfollowed me. He wouldn't have seen it anyways. So
you should have tried anyway.
So why
you lost
bother?
me as a fan. You know what?
Everyone else that follows me is smart enough to know.
Imagine like I said, it's a two car crash.
Yes.
Adam West flies out.
Yes.
And one of you guys fly out.
Okay.
I mean, how horrific would that be? Just so this guy is still a fan and still wants to watch.
Yeah, I don't care. I can sleep at night.
All right, Ming Chen's dead. Ming Chen and Adam West are dead. It's like, oh my God, Adam West is dead. Oh, and Ming Chen's dead too.
Wait, why isn't it you that flew out of the car?
Usually it's the passenger.
Yeah, it's usually the passenger.
Well, no, I'm throwing him out. No, the way you threw that race, I'm throwing you out.
You have more. What's it called? Ballast. Right,
more ballast.
You're heavier than I am. You have more ballast.
You go right through the windshield. Nah,
like dead weight. Is that what? Or?
Dead weight.
Did you put a safety belt on?
I sure did. I was wearing my safety belt.
Okay.
Were you?
I believe I was. Yes.
All right. I know I had
first.
to.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Yes.
So poor Adam West. Walt just killed him off. What does he expect? The Malachi Crunch? That's what we were looking for.
God, what a great issue of Multiversity that would be.
Oh, speaking of Multiversity,
yes.
Speaking of comic books, let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
Why not?
Yeah, well, Multiversity.
This was the book that I was looking forward to most this week.
Out of
everything, because it's Grant Morrison and Jim Lee, and it's also got the concept that I've adored since
one that we talk about per se, but is discussed at length at this very table. And
which one? The just what ifs?
Well, I mean, what ifs, and then the subject matter is basically like what if hit. Well,
yeah.
First of all.
Yeah. Basically, here's the setup, folks. It's called Multiversity: The Master Man, and it's Uncle Sam, the living embodiment of the United States of America, is in superhero form, comes up and. Basically, back in the 70s, they threw this concept out there that there's a multiverse. There's Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3.
Multiple dimensions, multiple Earths, multiple...
Ad infinitum, exactly. And what they wanted to do, and this was so weird, but they wanted to have an Earth where the Nazis won.
Yes.
The Nazis won World War II.
Yes.
And Uncle Sam and his freedom fighters went there in like the 50s. They traveled there and fought.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be called Earth Swastika. It wasn't even going to be its designation is Earth X now.
Yeah.
But the gentleman who was the editor-in-chief of DC Comics at the time. No way. Julius Schwartz.
Okay. Okay, that explains
He's
a couple of things.
There's no way you're putting a swastika in the name of an Earth.
Even if this has a happy ending. No.
And I mean, it sort of did have a happy ending. Uncle Sam enlisted the Justice League and Justice Society to come to Earth X and kick Nazi ass.
Yes.
which is really cool. A great idea. Let's do it.
Or ratsies, as they're referred to.
Exactly. So this is a reimagining of that. And so they all go, and now we've got the Mastermen. But here it's a little skewed. And I'm going to give one spoiler here.
Okay.
Because this should make you want to buy multiple copies of this comic book.
Yes.
You open, you turn the cover, first page, Adolf Hitler taking a dump.
Reading Superman.
Reading Superman comic books, taking a dump. You're sitting there going, oh my God, Adolf Hitler on the toilet.
On the toilet. Where else do you see that?
Jim Lee's beautiful rendition, Der Fuhrer, voiding his bowels.
Yes. There's a $30,000 piece of original art.
Oh my God. Maybe more. I would absolutely love to hang that. I would hang it in my bathroom.
Yeah, I would hang it in my, exactly.
That's right over my toilet.
Right over the toilet.
I'd be like, I'd put it across from the toilet so people could be inspired.
Yeah, and it would be my half bathroom. I don't want any of that shower steam ruining.
No, absolutely not.
Artwork, so
you do that. And also have a little the Glade plug-in right by it so you don't get stinked.
Yeah. Now, if every comic could start out like this, page one,
oh my
you're
God,
in.
Page one,
page one,
yeah,
you are in.
I was. Oh, wait a minute, is this your buddy? Your buddy? Hey, I'm a new fan now. All right.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining.
No, no one's your fan anymore.
Yes. So that is a definite must pick up this week.
Oh yeah,
in our opinion.
And I mean, it just rocks all throughout the book.
Yeah.
He just takes subtle moments in comics history and gives it the Nazi twist.
Yeah. And just in case maybe you're illiterate, you can't read. The art speaks for itself.
Who cares?
We love Grant Morrison and all, but if you can't even read,
can't read, you should pick it up just on its own merit.
It's pretty amazing. It's Jim Lee at some of his best. So Multiversity #1, The Mastermen.
Absolutely.
This one's a big issue. Batman Robin number 39. Damian Wayne back.
Yes, this is pretty cool.
Now he's got powers.
Fantastic cover too. It's an homage to Action Comics #1.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Again, drawing you in.
Of course. You can judge a book by its cover.
You can.
And Damian's back, and he's got he's got Kryptonian level power.
He does. And he's using them too.
Yeah. Oh, like what 10-year-old kid wouldn't?
Right. All those a-holes that escaped from Arkham, they might want to stay in this time. We're just saying.
Yep.
We're just saying.
Yep.
Moving over to Marvel, all new Captain America #4.
Yes, this was pretty cool.
With Sam.
Yep. I love Sam Wilson.
Yes.
I find him to be. Did you ever read any of the Ed Brubaker stuff where Bucky took over as Cap?
No.
Did a great job.
Enlighten me.
Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, came back, and this is when Cap was supposedly dead. That whole dead thing.
Yes.
And he
dead.
Yeah, dead. And he and Sam teamed up, and you could see, Brubaker just made them like an odd couple, but really kind of a very cool odd couple.
Yes.
Yeah. Neither one of them were sloppy. Actually, Bucky Barnes a little sloppy, shooting people in the kneecaps. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? Little Oscar, little Felix.
Right.
But Sam is sitting there kicking some AIM or Hydra ass. And Bucky's, just watching him, and he's still fighting, but he's like, this is really cool. I can see, where Steve trained him.
Yes.
He doesn't have the grace of Steve Rogers, but you can see he's like completely. This was his guy, and
right.
he taught him well, and just that kind of like give and take. I never thought that Sam Wilson would become Cap. Because he was the Falcon. He's got his wings. He's got a superpower. Right. But now it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Like back when Batman was replaced by Azrael. And then he got replaced by Nightwing. And you're like, oh, that's a better fit.
Right.
And Bucky is a perfect fit, but he went on and did something else. And Sam is a good fit.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
But different. In this
issue,
you see where the differences lie.
Oh, yeah.
where the differences lie.
And that's what I was trying to make a point of, even though I went around the block to do so.
No, I like it when you go around the block.
Yeah.
Because you give a little more detail about the block.
I like depth.
It's just like, I know my neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
I know my neighborhood, and this is why. This is why people love you, Mike Zapsik.
Damn.
This is why people listen to the show.
All right.
This is what sets our show apart from all the other shows.
The geekiness?
Yes.
Awesome.
The rampant geekiness.
I see you've got Ms. Marvel down here.
Yes, Ms. Marvel number 12.
Did not read it. You know what? I got to be honest. I stopped reading Ms. Marvel at about number 3.
Okay.
Not because it was a bad book, because it's not. It's actually very well done. But I've got so many on my plate. But Ms. Marvel, Kamala, and who?
Loki. Basically, all right, so Miss Marvel, the Kamala Miss Marvel version takes place in New Jersey of all places.
Yeah, over in Jersey City, right?
Yes.
Nice.
And Loki's up in Asgard. More or less gets banished to a corner of Midgard.
This is Loki, agent of Asgard, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
He gets banished to the lowliest corner of Midgard, which apparently is
Jersey City,
New Jersey.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Jersey's really nice. We've got pork roll here.
Yes. Apparently, the villain called the Inventor is infiltrated, is employing students to do his bidding.
Nice.
They send Loki out to weed out these students, which happen to be at Kamala's high school. The whole Valentine's Day dance and serum. And it's
okay.
Mischief, lots of mischief.
Mischief and little romance. Perhaps?
Little bit. There's a Valentine's fitting, maybe a week late or 5 days late.
Right.
But
little Inhuman on Asgardian action.
Yes, but little Valentine's Day, a little bit of romance
Very
or misromance or yes, it's a very good issue. Valentine's Day. What did you do, Mike?
Valentine's Day.
Oh well, you were embroiled in. Did you even? Were you able to?
I was actually at a funeral.
You had a funeral.
We did. We actually. We kind of had a blast. We were all together, my entire family, and I actually wished my wife a happy Valentine's Day.
At the funeral?
At the funeral.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I said Pop would have wanted me to wish you a happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, he would have, yes.
Gave her a kiss on the back of her neck, and
with darkness there is also light.
Exactly. And my father, he loved to eat and he loved to laugh. So
I think your father and I would have gotten very well together.
Actually, my father. You also lost a fan this week. My father was a fan of yours.
That's what I hear, which is cool.
Yeah. My father dug you.
How does that Oriental you podcast with?
I believe he called you Nipponese is what he called it.
Nipponese?
Nah, I'm kidding. That's like a 1920s
Nipponese?
reference.
I've never heard of that. But
then you haven't been reading any of Stan Lee's stuff from the 60s.
Okay,
was
right? Nipponese the villain to Jap Buster Johnson?
That's him.
Jap Buster Johnson's
Slap a Jap.
Arch nemesis.
Yes.
So I find it funny that Al Plastino still remembers. He likes to make
remembered.
Fun of me.
He's done.
Oh no,
you're talking Alan
Bellman still remembers.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how about that Jap Buster Johnson? Hey, starts poking me. I'm like, yeah. How about
that racism?
Yeah, I invented. That was me. That was me. I was like,
that's all me.
Good job, Mr. Bowman.
Yeah, nice, thank you.
He reminded me when we were in Miami last year.
Ah, that's lovely.
He's still kicking.
Actually, I like Alan. Alan was a great guy.
He is.
He's a firecracker. Hated Al Plastino though. Oh my God.
I think it was a love-hate thing.
Yeah, Al Plastino loved him because lovable drunk and.
I mean, I think when you and Bruce
prostitutes.
When you and Bruce hit your 90s, it's gonna be the same thing. I can't. I hope to be there during that moment. And you guys may be doing panels then.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
That'd be messed up.
How bad would my life be?
Like he's still got that messed up hair.
Yeah,
too.
But it's all white.
It's all white. He's all crusty.
And there's like dead birds and stuff in there.
Yeah. He's still trying to sell toys at 92 years old.
92. Yeah. You know where I got this, you whippersnapper?
Yes.
Shut up.
Silk #1.
Silk #1 from the Spider-Verse spin-off series. We didn't do any comics not a lot of comics last week. It was Amazing Spider-Man was the wrap-up of the Spider-Verse, which is pretty cool. You've got an entire family of basically life energy vampires going through the multiverse, killing all the spider totems. Anyone who was Peter Parker or a member of the Parker inner clique.
They're targets.
Yes, they were targets. Anyone who like touched the spider.
Yes.
Which sounds really dirty, but it's not. And they became more powerful.
Yes.
And they were like vampires. They would drink their essence, and there were like 6 of them, and they ended up kicking all their asses. because you had a whole bunch of spider team-ups. They're pretty cool.
What's your thought on spin-off books?
Spin-off books? I mean, everything's a spin-off book, don't you think?
In essence, yes, it is. Do they work more than they fail, or
no? They fail more than they work. But I think that there are some good ideas that come out of it, and even if it's not like right now,
yes,
it launches something later on.
Yes,
we're sorely lacking in some basically just fun books like cookies. Walt used to call Brave and the Bold, Batman Brave and the Bold, a cookie because it was done in one. You didn't have to worry about it too much. You could eat it in like 1 or 2 bites, and that's it.
Like sugary snack to finish the meal.
Exactly. Very nice.
Not the main course. But
no. And I felt the same way about Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up was Spider-Man and whoever you wanted to see him team up with, or somebody else. Yes. Eventually, they got around to doing the Hulk and Son of Satan team up, which is a little bit weird, but that's why
interesting.
Not? So people that wouldn't team up normally team up, and I think we're lacking in stuff like that, and people having a true appreciation of, like anthology books. Yes. Just 8-page, little fill-ins.
Yeah, just fun.
Yeah, just fun. So eventually, you will see this.
It's fun. People are serious these days, man.
Damn, people too serious.
Do you have a favorite spinoff? She-Hulk.
Who's my favorite? My favorite spinoff book was, actually, it's gonna sound really weird, but it's so like me.
Right.
I wasn't in love. I was in love with the concept. X-Men, there was a time when it was just Uncanny X-Men, and then they came up with New Mutants.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, the next class of X-Men.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Mutants.
great.
New Mutants, as it were.
No, it was not good. I was like, oh my God, this really does suck. But I love the concept of it. So I'm like, this was the only other X book that we had for a very long time. Yeah. The next one that came out, I think, was X Factor. Yeah, that was the next X book, or Exterminators, or some nonsense. Yeah. And but for me, it was like Uncanny X-Men begat the New Mutants, which begat X-Force eventually.
It was the roaring 90s, so
late 80s, early 90s. Okay. Well, actually, New Mutants were early 80s. Because Wolverine didn't even have his own book.
Yes.
Wolverine had a 4-issue miniseries by Claremont and Frank Miller. And, I mean, part of the charm of Wolverine for me was him being part of a team.
Yes.
That he could bounce off of people. And I think that when John Byrne left the X-Men, a lot of the soul went out of the book. That's just me, though. You can agree or you can say you're full of crap.
No, Mike, I agree with everything you said.
Excellent.
So what's the point in disagreeing?
And people have stopped tweeting us.
Yes,
but that's okay.
Now, are you excited for the Deadpool movie?
Are
you a Deadpool fan?
You know what? I happen to think that done well.
Yes,
he is awesome. They did him well once in. Was it Hulk versus Wolverine? It was Hulk versus the cartoon, and it was just nonstop mayhem with Wolverine and the Hulk.
Yes.
Is that 20th Century Fox or Marvel? Who owns it?
I'm pretty sure it's Fox.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's your all right. There's your grimace.
Now, if it was Marvel, that would be that's a game changer right there. Yeah. But Walt, they're going low budget on this.
They are not $100 million.
It's not getting $200 million to do this. No. I think it's got.
Is it still Ryan Reynolds?
It's still Ryan Reynolds.
Still Ryan Reynolds. There goes the other grimace. And the other shoe.
We're out of here.
And the other shoe is dropped.
It sucks.
It's destined for release 1 year from right now, February 2016.
Okay.
Mike
and right here it says lost a fan. So Deadpool. Deadpool. Sorry, you lost a fan.
Lost a fan, but they just cast Moriana Baccarin.
Yes, was the girl from Firefly, right?
Yes, the companion.
The companion.
Yes.
Lovely young lady.
Yeah, she was also in Homeland. I don't know if you have Showtime or Homeland. Homeland, good series, but.
Because it was introduced in New Mutants that he belongs to the X-Men?
Yes, it was because he was actually introduced in Wolverine Origin, the really horrible Wolverine movie. So yeah, he falls under their
banner or whatever.
Their banner, which is really weird. And I see the way that Marvel is getting out of this whole thing, where like, oh well, he's a mutant, and now they're going towards people becoming. They're not mutants; they're all Inhuman.
Okay.
So I think it's actually kind of a cool out.
Semantics, but sure.
Very well, yeah, it's semantics, but it's very cool semantics because Peter Parker bitten by a radioactive spider could have been an Inhuman.
Right.
It's just that's what triggered his Inhuman gene.
Yes.
So this way you can sidestep the whole mutant thing.
Okay. It wasn't born like this.
Exactly. Okay. You know what? You want to play in my sandbox? Now we're going to have a very different set of rules.
I see that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Rules are rules.
Rules were made to be broken.
They can be broken.
But let's put it this way: Fantastic Four is getting canceled because Marvel doesn't want to play by those particular rules anymore.
It's like freaking free advertising. It's like, oh
exactly.
yeah,
I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you anything for free.
Yeah.
So
like, oh yeah, well, you're not the only foundation repairman in town. Like, certainly the only
foundation repairman.
So more in the background, of yet,
you're a huge fan, by the way,
of Mariana Baccarin.
Yes, you are.
I'm not sure.
No, I saw it. It's like got the bold and the capitals
it's
and
not
the
bold
indented.
And capital. No.
Oh my god!
But as of yet, unidentified female lead.
In Deadpool.
Now, we haven't seen Frame 1. I haven't seen anything in the script. No. We did meet Mr. Rob Liefeld a couple months ago.
We did. He had nothing to say about it.
He said
he said it's going to be cool.
That's what I heard him say. So I'm just saying.
I heard a lot of people say a lot of things are going to be cool.
Yeah, but him, come on.
Yeah,
okay. Do you take his word or do you take it with a grain of salt? Mr. Rob
maybe
Liefeld.
Does he get a check from that?
Sure.
Okay, then I take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Hey, I need you to go see this movie, Ming and Mike, please.
Well, I'm just saying when our friend Mr. Kevin Eastman was here, he didn't say anything about the Turtles movie. I'm just saying. He didn't say one thing or the other.
Yeah, he did. He said it's going to be cool.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, all right, we might have to take it.
And you know what? I love Kevin. Kevin's awesome.
He is.
He is fantastic.
We'll be seeing him soon
at
a con near you.
At a con near you. So anyway, this was the weird thing for the day.
Okay.
The Fox orders the Lucifer pilot.
Yes. Very kind of out of left field.
Yeah. For me, I think it's genius. I think it's brilliant. I think it should be done. It's spinning out of Lucifer's a character that's spun out of the pages of Sandman by Neil Gaiman.
Mm-hmm.
It was introduced there. He was one of the triumvirate, the three kings of hell.
Yes.
And basically, it was fleshed out by Mike Carey, who did a really great job of putting it into the Vertigo line.
Yes.
Fantastic. Love the idea. They can't get Constantine right, or they can't get people to do. No, they can get Constantine right because the show is phenomenal.
Yes.
It is by far the best thing I've seen on network television in a long time.
You heard it here, folks.
Yes, this and the Blacklist, the only two things that I watch on. Well, actually, is the CW broadcast TV.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you get
one
that
of
over
4 or 5 things that I watch on broadcast TV.
Yeah,
that's it. They got it right.
You stopped watching America's Funniest Home Videos?
I never started. Actually, that was Walt. Walt's a Funniest Home Videos guy.
And then you stopped watching Star Search. Like, what's next?
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
And Mike Zapsik gets 4.5 stars.
Mike Zapsik
is a new winner this week.
Yes.
Our new spokesmodel.
He just edged out Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't even get people to watch Constantine. So, I mean, this is the bitch. I think it's absolutely fantastic that they're doing more and more comic-centric television shows. Yes. I think that every one of them should have.
Every show should be based on a comic book.
Exactly.
And now that every show should be based on a Vertigo book.
Well, not every.
Okay, a lot of.
3/4 should be based
on a Vertigo book.
Why the Last Man should be a TV show. I think so.
It
it's a finite series that you can actually do.
Yes.
It's you commit to, just like Game of Thrones.
Right.
Commit to 7 seasons or 10.
Yeah, one for each book. Yeah, just do each book as a season.
Exactly. And you get from point A to point B, and you will not be disappointed. And 10 seasons.
10 seasons.
I'm giving them 10 seasons.
One for each trade paperback.
Unless it sucks, and then it gets less than half a season.
Yeah, well, you don't meet the evil Dr. Ming until what, book 6 or something?
Yes.
So, but
all right.
Just I want to see the evil Dr. Ming as a character on TV.
That would be so cool. So, but if you could do 10 seasons, even if you could do 7 seasons,
yes,
like Game of Thrones did,
yeah,
do 10 episodes or even 16 episodes, whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, no Shia LaBeouf.
I'm not telling you. No Shia LaBeouf.
No Shia LaBeouf.
No Shia LaBeouf. Do it. Whoever the new James Franco is.
Okay.
Maybe clone James Franco.
Clone James
Why not?
Franco.
It'll just be really like the comic.
Okay.
So
you're looking. So you would look forward to this. So they ordered a pilot. So they'll be shooting a pilot.
It. I think it'll be great. You know what? I'm gonna go to my bootlegger in a year. Mm-hmm. Go to our con bootlegger.
Yes.
And he'll have it for me. Yes. Here you go. It's on disc.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, you still want that Wonder Woman? That David E. Kelly Wonder Woman? Like, nah. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, and congratulations to Adrienne Pedlicki.
Pedlicki. Okay. Yes.
She has been up to series regular on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Mockingbird.
Right.
Good girl.
Congratulations. Welcome to the.
Welcome to the potty, pal.
Welcome to the bus.
Welcome to the potty, pal.
Welcome to the party,
oh,
pal.
Speaking of which, and the one thing that I was saying was so awesome was there was a picture on.
You just showed me right before we went to broadcast.
Yeah, it made you smile big time.
I did.
Ming-Na Wen in Princess Leia bikini.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
This is a firecracker. That one. We met her. we met her.
Yes.
I've seen her on various talk shows, and she seems very down to earth, very nice to us. But she's got this fun side.
Yeah.
That I'm kind of digging.
Yeah, and she's very fun, and she's more mature in personality than I thought.
Yes.
She was very, very cool and very, very down to earth and nice.
Yeah.
And I was starstruck. Which I don't get very often.
We both were.
Yeah, it's
most people that we stalk coming out of the bathroom are not that nice to us.
I know.
Or just what's really weird.
It's like, listen, I knew when you were coming out because
I saw you going in.
Because
I followed you to the bathroom. I didn't follow you in the bathroom.
No, because that's what cameras are for.
Right.
So perfect.
I didn't follow you in the bathroom. I waited for you to come out. Yeah. And I remember she came out. She said, I tried to shake her hand. She's like, "Oh, I just washed my hands. And my hands are wet." And I was like, I don't care.
That's added value,
I told her
lady.
I didn't care, and I shook her hand. So.
That is added value, miss.
Yeah. So Ming-Na, thank you for.
Yeah, she is fantastic.
For being awesome. We hope to see you again, sometime.
Soon.
Somewhere, and this time we'll stay away from the bathroom.
Yeah.
We'll.
Ming promises. I don't, but Ming promises.
Yeah, we'll approach you in line at the ATM or something.
Nice.
I don't know, something like that. This is something Netflix Daredevil coming out April 10th.
Very gritty, very grim.
Everybody knew about that.
Right.
They're doing a whole bunch of Marvel properties.
Jessica Jones, yep.
Yes. And but this is one that they kind of kept quiet and is coming out, I believe, tomorrow. They did a whole Richie Rich season. The Netflix produced a Richie Rich show.
Now, if he's not in the little Lord Fauntleroy costume, I don't want to watch it.
I believe this is a modern
take on it.
Yeah, well, okay, his family is not rich. He makes a bunch of money because he invents some alternate fuel source, and that's how he gets rich.
Really?
His dad doesn't. He's not handed the money by his dad in this.
Really, he doesn't have a big fat dad and a big fat mom. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
They were huge.
Well, being, they look like little Lotta's parents more than
exactly.
Rich's parents, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Switched at birth.
Yeah. Now, I guess Harvey Comics went with the old adage that plumpness is a sign of prosperity. I guess.
And flying is a power of the gods.
Yes.
So yeah, they were going with the very Chinese ritualistic thing.
Yes, which I guess meant that they weren't paying Cadbury crap because he was thin as a rail.
Serious? Yeah, that dude, but he had access to everything, so he could have been,
a little on the side.
A little on the side.
Sure.
Just the stuff
they were going to miss it. They were trillionaires.
Quadrillionaires. Like stuff that fell off of the Dalmatian's his collar, which was solid gold thread.
Crusted with diamonds.
Just pry one of those rubies off and boom, you pay off your mortgage.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, now there is a trailer out there if you want to watch it, but it's literally coming out, I think, tomorrow. So
Did you watch any of it? Did you watch the trailer?
I watched the trailer. I mean.
You're like, how bad can it be? Oh, that bad.
Well,
okay.
Can anything be worse than that Macaulay Culkin movie? It's pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Wasn't Edward Herrmann the father?
Yes, he was.
God bless Edward Herrmann.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, because that guy, he was awesome.
He does look like Mr. Rich. With if you squint your eyes a little bit.
If you you fatten him up more.
Yeah.
If he plumped up just a little bit more. Yeah. And you squinted, and let's say he was Lost Boys days.
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure.
Lost Boys, but now you silly rich boy.
Never invent a vampire into your house.
Never invent a vampire into your
powers
house.
ineffective. Yes. Yeah. So I'll take a glance. I'll show it to I'll see my kids.
Okay.
I'll give it the test. See my.
You know what?
Kids
I'll do the same. I will grab my youngest son Daniel.
And I'm only doing this for one reason. I am a fan of Richie Rich. Now, when I was growing up. There was a cartoon, I believe it was on either CBS or NBC.
No, it was ABC.
ABC?
I'm almost positive.
There was a
Hold on, wait a minute. We're going to find this out.
And,
I will Google.
I think the only reason I started watching is because they advertised it in comic books, I believe.
Okay.
And I thought it had a cool theme song. I thought it was a good cartoon. And then when I was little, at the grocery store, my parents would pick me up the little digests that you could get at the grocery store. They were right next to the Archies.
Nice.
And
it was on ABC, 1980 to 1984.
Call,
all right.
So I was wrong on both accounts.
Oh man, and he didn't wear. Oh God, he wore red with the bow tie. I mean, I love the bow tie.
Yeah, and the short pants. Yes.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah. I thought as a kid, I was like, wow, man, it'd be cool to have all this money.
If only I had money.
Yes. And
I got you.
On the cartoon, he didn't seem much like the poor little rich boy at all.
No.
Seemed like he had a pretty dang good life.
Oh my God, did he have it? I mean, he did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
His only limitation is what Cadbury would let him do.
Right.
And I'm sure he duped Cadbury some bucks. He's like, Cadbury, let's go get some booze.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, and then not. Yeah.
Master Richie.
Yeah, and I don't want the Pabst Blue Ribbon. Like I want what were we talking about? That $600.
Yeah, I want a bottle of Louis Trey. I don't want any. I don't want no Rolling Rocks. I don't want Mickey's Big Mouth.
Right. Louis Trey, or if it doesn't have the word Magnum on it, I don't want.
Oh, Master Richie.
I want the Magnum of what's that stuff? Cristal.
Cristal. Oh, Master Richie, you're getting Cook's champagne and liking it.
Yes. So and those little I still have some of those.
Really? Okay, cool.
I have some of those.
And did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where they were putting them together? Like, oh my God, don't Richie and Casper look alike?
Yeah, is Casper the ghost of Richie Rich?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe he might be. You never see them in the same place.
Never do.
No, I don't.
And to be honest, take a look at Richie and Hot Stuff.
Yes.
So after he spent time in purgatory, he actually was condemned to hell.
Actually, no, that's not true. Now, I don't know why I know this. I read a storyline.
Right.
This is so stupid. I read a storyline where Richie Rich and Casper and his three evil brothers, they swapped houses for a week.
No way.
They did like an Airbnb with each other.
A crossover? Okay,
there was
cool.
a crossover. So
wow.
And so ultimately what happened was the Rich family goes into the spooky woods or whatever.
Yeah.
They see the ramshackle house, and Mrs. Rich was like, I can't live here. So she hires contractors
to rebuild it?
To build it into a mansion.
Oh,
and on the other side, the ghosts are...
They turned it into a shithole.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did. They did it by scaring the house into collapsing onto each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. And then they cooked meth in there. So
right. I can't remember
is how they died in the first place.
I can't remember how it ended, but that may dispute the theory that Casper's the ghost of Richie Rich. I'm just saying.
Or, time travel. We don't know. We're not sure.
I'm just saying.
Our ghosts held to the same space-time continuum than everybody else.
Now, were you ever a fan of Richie Rich?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Because you grew up reading superheroes right from the bat.
So. There was a time when one brief summer when I was all about Richie Rich and Dot and
Little Lotta. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And Baby Huey, the whole 9 yards. I was the entire Harvey staple. Because comic books around here, before comic book stores, we were forced to buy them at 7-Elevens, newsstands. That's it. That's the only place you could get them. And there were a couple places that had Marvel DC. There were two in Red Bank that had Marvel and DC. And there was one place over right after the bridge underneath Chris's Deli.
Yes.
Where you would get your Charlton books.
Ah, okay.
And oh my God, and Warren magazines, where you could get an actual issue of the $6 Million Man.
Wow.
It was fantastic. And it was drawn, the cover was Neil Adams. You're like, this is going to be great. Yeah. And you open it up and it's Joe Staten art. And you're like, no.
He only did they could only afford it for the cover. Neil, why?
and Ditko was doing stuff in there too. And But, I mean, that stuff was, to me, like WOR was. Like, around here, when you were growing up, we had 5 channels. You had the big 3, ABC, CBS, and NBC.
And then you had the indie.
And then you had the indie.
Actually,
it was 6. You had WPIX on Channel 11.
Picks,
right? You had WNYW, which is Channel 5. And then you had WOR, which was like the poor station. It was like the Kmart of television stations because they only had 3 call letters. It was WOR.
Yeah,
they couldn't even afford that last one.
But hey, man, if you wanted to watch Chiller Theater,
you got to go on there, and you got to do. I mean, you wanted to watch wrestling or hockey.
Yes.
WOR. So that's what it was like. So for me, Charlton and Warren Publishing was like the WOR. It's like this stuff is. It's not quite as good, but there is stuff in here that's really, really awesome.
Yes.
You know, you're watching the Rangers. I
know.
I have no idea what hockey is, but I love it.
But because it's on this station, everything on the station is cool and like alternative.
Exactly. And they're also the TV station that brought you Richard Bay.
Okay.
I mean, for God's sakes, Richard Bay, the ultimate trailer trash treasure.
Yes. Still
That's
around,
him.
by the way.
Yes, he is.
Still alive and kicking. Our friend Myatt Riot, Richard Myatt, asks, on the note of Hitler taking crap on page 1, are there any other comics that have crazy opening pages?
Crazy opening? That I'm thinking of. Crazy opening pages. There were a bunch of, like, there were some John Byrne ones where you, opening pages, like the Human Torch quitting.
Okay.
Like, I'm, like, splash pages.
Yeah,
like, I
quit. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you find out, you find out that he helped. Actually, there was a doctor. Here's a crazy opening page. There was a doctor. It's not the Human Torch. That was the cover. But a doctor sitting there smoking inside of a hospital, in her office, and she's like pacing around her desk, and she's talking to like one of her colleagues, and it's very wordy, but it's like, that's a doctor smoking,
right?
And turns out she works in a burn unit in New York Presbyterian, or one of the hospitals, one of the fictitious hospitals, I suppose. And that's where the Human Torch quits, because some kid had dumped gasoline, dumped jet fuel on himself, and lit himself up in an attempt to be the Human Torch.
Oh, okay.
And
that's crazy.
It's nuts. And the mother and father blamed him for.
That's a stretch.
It's a huge stretch because I mean, anyone with any basic knowledge of human physiology.
Did the kid say flame on? Y'all flame on before he lit himself?
No, and therein lies his problem.
There you
go. Damn you!
You don't light yourself. The Human lights himself. Do a little research.
Yeah. Well, come on. What's wrong? No, the kid was a huge Human Torch fan, and he was just, it just really wasn't his day.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Extreme. Speaking of extreme, read a story today. I don't know if you saw this, Mike. It's a dead man in Puerto Rico.
I did read this.
Huge fan of the Green Lantern, and the story goes he was rooting around in the garbage one day, found a Green Lantern costume.
I didn't mean to laugh at his misfortune. He was rooting around the garbage.
Yeah,
just like I can just imagine Rob Bruce doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob Bruce finding a Green Lantern costume.
Ooh, what's this?
Hey, this doesn't smell too bad.
I think this might fit me. So he finds a Green Lantern costume in the garbage, puts it on, starts walking around in it.
Now, let me ask you a question. You find a Green Lantern.
Yes.
Was it on a corpse? I mean,
they did not specify.
Okay, it's not like he peeled it off. And did he find a ring with it that was kind of glowing green?
I did not see a ring, but it's funny that you mentioned the corpse because later on, he died of a severe asthma attack. Yeah. At the age of 55. Yeah. So, and the family was like,
God rest. Gotcha.
We could bury him in a suit or some normal clothes, but why would we do that? He loved this suit so much.
He loved it so much that he practically lived in it for the last month.
We're going to bury him in this suit. Okay. So what you have, if you look online, is the dude, it's at the wake.
Yeah, they propped him up in a corner.
They propped him up in a corner. He's standing upright, and in the picture, so it's him, this skinny dude, full Green Lantern costume, and then over on the right are a bunch of kids, like just kind of milling about. I guess
hanging out.
Relative. They look like they're just hanging out. It's an odd photo.
Yeah, I saw the photo of him just like propped up against the door.
Like literally.
Like, that is and he's sort of holding the door open too.
He's stiff as a board. He's holding everything in full Green Lantern costume. Now, the costume from the neck down actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's if it looks like Green Lantern costume.
The mask was kind of cheesy.
Mask is kind of weak.
Yeah.
It looks like a green masquerade.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? I mean,
he found it. They found it. It's not like he bought it.
I know.
Yeah. So, hats off to you, Renato Garcia.
Renato Garcia, rest in peace, buddy. And you know what? From what I understand, he was a huge fan of Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. And didn't they say that he was a hero to them? He was a hero to his family.
He was, and
that's why they wanted him buried in that costume.
Yeah, and his costume became the talk of the town. Well,
awesome.
That's cool. Although if I started going out in a costume,
you would be the talk
daily,
of the town too. Not in a good way.
I would be the talk of the town for sure. I'm just saying.
Oh dear God.
I'm just saying. Real quick, Mike. It's a little beer news now. I like to drink beer.
I know you like to drink beer.
I like to drink different beer. And so this coming out this week on the 23rd, I believe, Dark Horse and the Rogue Ale Brewery, based in I believe Portland, Oregon, are getting together in honor of the 21st anniversary of Mike Mignola's Hellboy, and they're making a beer, Mike.
21st, which is so apropos.
Oh, it is.
Drinking age.
It is.
Baboom.
It is. The beer is going to be called the Right Hand of Doom. Limited edition beer that will be available online only.
Hell yeah.
February 22nd at Rogue.
Are you getting any?
I didn't. It's in my cart. I didn't
hit
buy yet. I want to check out what the shipping fee on this thing is. I'm actually surprised that those ship. I guess there's probably a little button saying that
you are 21 years old.
21.
Yeah. I assure you, I'm 21.
Yeah, but based on I would buy it on the label art alone.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I should buy two.
I'm thinking you should get one to drink. Why don't you get a case?
A case?
Buy a case. You know what? Tell you what. I want one of your bottles.
Okay.
So.
All right, $6.95. It's
in.
not it's probably $10 after shipping.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll chip in.
Right,
you drink. I'll buy the bottles from you.
I support this collaboration, though. That's all I'm saying. I would like to see the Hellboy beer. Superman.
Beer?
Well,
sure.
Superman doesn't drink. Batman doesn't drink. I guess you kind of Hellboy would definitely drink.
Hellboy would drink. I think Hal Jordan should get Green Lantern beer.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Clint Barton, Hawkeye. I mean, this could go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, of course you can.
If this is successful. So.
Sure. Wolverine beer?
Definitely.
You need
Definitely.
Wolverine beer.
The Snicked.
Snicked, yes.
Snicked, man. The Snicked.
I can't even enjoy it, but yeah, that's all right.
And, Mike, this past weekend, Toy Fair.
We missed Toy Fair, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, I heard on display was the comic book Mini-Mates.
Very nice.
We were at Toy Fair. We weren't at Toy Fair.
We weren't at Toy Fair, but
we were at Toy Fair.
In spirit, we were.
I believe there's a Diamond Select booth.
Very nice. I am going to be buying a case of those and giving them out for Christmas. I got told that.
Now, I had trouble finding photos of this, but somebody told me that there are, coming in the future, Zombie Jane Silent Bob figures.
Nice.
And in their display, I was told, were rotten heads strewn about.
Of us?
Supposedly they were of us. So I don't know if this is part of the
that would be so
set
awesome.
or if they just put it in the display, but this is what I heard.
That would be so
if anybody
cool.
can confirm this, we weren't there, but
we'd love to see him.
But
if you got pictures, I'd love to see him.
I think freaking Rob Bruce went up, didn't tell me about this. Maybe
I don't know if he went up. He might not have.
Okay, but if anybody was at Toy Fair, I'd like to.
If you have pictures,
confirm.
Send them to us.
I'm trying to remember who told me about this too.
All right.
So, but I'm gonna send a text to our man at Diamond and confirm this. But the IGN had a top like eight or nine things seen at Toy Fair. Number one from Kotobukiya, Mike. Hulk versus Hulkbuster.
Love Kotobukiya. They put out a quality product.
It is, and this is actually a 2-piece set that attaches together.
Yeah. So Hulk versus Hulkbuster Iron Man.
It looks badass. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we'll probably have that here.
I'm
at least
not.
One of them, depending on price, of course, but the demand will be there.
Of course.
For sure. The Batmobile from Batman the Animated Series.
It's in scale to the big ones that it's in scale to the bigger action figures.
The 6-inch figures will fit into the.
And I hear that it lights up.
It does. You put in a couple AA batteries. The brake lights light up. The headlights light up. The instrument panel lights up. It lights up.
Beautiful.
NECA is putting on a Penguin from Batman Returns. If you
Danny
want
DeVito?
if you want Danny DeVito in your house.
Oh,
it looks
crap.
great. Now I don't know.
Frank Reynolds can be in your house.
Yeah, it is an odd choice, I believe. I don't know what the demand for a Batman Returns.
Personally speaking, if you're going to do something, I would have gone with Catwoman.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For God's sakes.
Maybe Michelle Pfeiffer wanted too much money.
Well, I don't think so. I would have spent the money.
Yeah.
Right? Danny DeVito's like, give me $1. Give me $1.
Right. I need to make some limoncellos. Yeah. Like I need to buy some Meyer lemons.
Yeah.
Not the regular lemons, the Meyer lemons.
Meyer lemons.
Can you spring for like a bag of those?
Yeah, give me 2 bags at M and some vodka.
Yeah, done.
And we're good.
We're good. All right. Mentioned this in an earlier program, but the Lego Shield helicarrier.
My family has already decided that we're getting that.
Do it?
So, yeah.
It's $350, dude. It's a lot of money.
I don't care. It's the Shield helicarrier.
I understand. I'm just saying. It's a lot of money.
All right.
And it is 31 inches long.
Yes.
It's pretty big.
Yes, it is.
Probably about 31. It's probably about the width of this table.
It is about the width of this table.
Wow. All right. DC Comics designer series action figures based on the art of Jay Lee.
I would have to assume that that's going to be Batman and Superman to start with, and Wonder Woman and everybody,
and as many other characters as they can cram in there.
Sure.
And they look great. Now, Jay Lee art.
Jay Lee's amazing.
Very detailed.
Yeah, he's very big with the Dark Tower series.
Yes. Did it convert? I'm here to tell you that it did. Well, I only saw the Batman one, but
nice.
it looks good. Hasbro's put out something called the Star Wars Blade Builders.
I've heard about this.
Make your own.
Make your own lightsaber.
They come with little attachable things. This one probably inspired by the 3-pronged lightsaber from the Force Awakens trailer. So something for your kids to hit each other on the heads with.
Like I need more.
Well, these just fascinate me because when I was a kid, we had. Do you remember the lightsaber that came out when Star Wars came out? It was a plastic.
Yeah.
It was a red plastic tube attached to a red plastic handle.
Yeah.
I believe it was hollow on the top end, so you could swing it around
and make that weird noise.
It would make a weird noise, like it was supposed to be the lightsaber. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it
sounded like a whale giving birth.
It did, but that was at that time. That was high tech.
So yeah, you had a wiffle saber. That's what it was.
It was a wiffle bat saber.
Yeah, wiffle saber.
It's a wiffle bat saber, and as cheesy as it was, I wish I had one now.
I know those were pretty awesome.
They were very delicate. They didn't last very long. Now you can get the freaking.
Oh my God! You can get
acrylic,
the Mace,
whatever that crap is called, ABS plastic.
Yeah, the Mace Windu one that actually, when you hit something, it goes.
Yeah, we're swinging around. It does the. We hit the button, the light extends.
Yep.
It's kids have it too easy these days.
They do, those little bastards.
They do. Funko is coming out with Harry Potter pop vinyl figures.
Again, this is. I'm gonna have to try and talk Walt into getting each and every one of these.
Is he a Muggle?
No, he's
big time
very,
Muggle.
very Muggle.
Big time Muggle.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, well, of course. And I don't think any of his girls got into the Harry Potter series.
I don't think they don't. Apparently, I don't think they did. They probably got into. They're probably too cool for Harry Potter. I imagine.
That's cool.
Cool for that.
I guess.
Too cool for this, Dad.
Yeah, come on, Dad.
It's like,
I don't
like
this stuff, Dad.
I don't like this either. So why are you dadding me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get you something for Christmas. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And
here, take money.
To round out the list, something that you may be interested in. Diamond Select is coming out with the Batman 66 Yvonne Craig Batgirl statue. It looks like a mini version of her.
Sold.
Now, I think the picture I saw was maybe from the waist up. I want to see the full.
Okay. If it's a full statue, we've got the Batman and Robin and Joker busts in here. Yeah. So, we'll see.
Well, I want to see if the Yvonne Craig, like the badonk is there. I want to see,
It's the badonkadonk. Okay.
If it's there.
Then you're buying two.
Sure.
Okay.
One for each hand. I don't know. I don't know.
Frankie.
All right. Well, that's all I have for this week.
Well, very cool.
But before you go anywhere, please go to audiblepodcast.com.
Why don't you beg? Why don't you go ahead, beg?
Get your free audiobook.
Yeah, seriously, go and download Tough Shit as read by Kevin Smith.
Yes.
It's like having Kevin in your house.
It is. It is. Now, how would you like to have Kevin in your house? Well, it's going to cost you a lot of money to bring him over personally.
I know, but this is the second best thing.
Just turn down the lights, crank it up, and it's like he's right there reading.
Exactly. Listen to Tough Shit. Listen to Tell Him Steve Dave's Fairy
Yes.
How many re-re's is in there?
I think 3. Tail.
I'm giving you one more. Tail theater.
Yeah,
which is phenomenal.
It is. Brian Johnson, Brian Quinn, Walt Flanagan, special guest Sunday Jeff.
Sunday Jeff.
How could you not love that?
Sunday Jeff.
Sunday Jeff.
Goddamn Jeff.
Reading you their version of fairy tales.
That's pretty
Get
damn
it for
awesome.
Free. Audiblepodcast.com.
Anything by Stephen King, for God's sakes.
Yeah, for God's sakes.
For God's sakes.
Yes.
Actually, I recommend downloading the Dark Tower, The Gunslinger by, I think it's read by Frank Mueller.
Right,
if I'm not mistaken.
He's got a good voice.
He's got a great voice. You could also get Christine by by somebody.
Okay.
There's and what's his name? Oh, listen to Joyland.
Joyland.
Stephen King's Joyland. A joy to behold. It's a fantastic, and it sounds like a 12-year-old is reading it to you.
Yeah.
And he's a grown damn man.
Or say you want something manlier, the Tom Clancy books are on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Stephen King's not manly enough?
No, well, he is.
Floating heads and decapitated
but I'm saying,
children.
like Rainbow Six, like political intrigue, firefights, like military.
You know, it'd be really cool if they had. I would love Eric Van Lustbader's The Ninja. If they had that, that'd be fantastic.
The Ninja.
The Ninja.
As in the Lee Van Cleef.
As in Nicholas Lanier. He was pretty cool. It was on the New York Times bestseller list for like 90 weeks.
Okay.
Take a look before you like poo-poo Lee Van Cleef. Poor Lee Van Cleef.
Poor Lee Van Cleef.
Getting absolutely
no respect.
No respect from beyond the grave.
Well, he is the
Shame
one
on
who
you.
got dressed up in black pajamas. And
he was awesome, too.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. I'm to believe this guy's a ninja? And I did.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I actually did.
And Timothy Van Patten, you were like, a little too blonde.
Now, granted, I was 8 years old, but
of course you were.
Hey, man.
Hey, I thought Patrick Duffy was the man from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I didn't believe David Carradine as an Asian. So.
No, that I didn't. Not 1 second did I believe. Lee Van Cleef looked more Asian than David Carradine.
They did Kung Fu and Kung Fu, the legend continues. They did
continues.
2 of them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They ripped out Bruce Lee twice.
I know. So American people are stupid.
Yes. Well, I've always said that.
Yeah, of course you
have. I continue to believe it.
I know. You terrorist, you.
Yeah. And on that note, audiblepodcast.com/sellcomics.
Audiblepodcast.
Yes.
.com.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Mike.
Good luck in Chicago this
Thank you.
weekend. Anyone out in the Chi-Town area, go to see Ming Chen at Walker Stalker this weekend. I unfortunately will not be there. I have to work.
But you will be in Dallas.
But I will be in Dallas.
In March. 14th and 15th.
Fantastic.
All right.
All right, brother.
And
there you go.